This page was created to teach Black history. Unfortunately, the American educational system was designed to exclude our real historical account, so we are here to dismantle it. It's time to enlighten those of us who have been kept in the dark. I am a Black man who didn't know enough about my own history, so I began to dig deeper and do my own research. Black history is American history, so I want people of all races and cultures to join together to learn our history as one. Here, I will share all of my findings. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Teaching Black History. The story of Elijah McCoy. Elijah was born in 1844 in Colchester, Ontario, to George and Mildred Goins McCoy. At the time, they were fugitive slaves who had escaped from Kentucky to Ontario via helpers through the Underground Railroad. George and Mildred arrived in Colchester Township, Essex County, in what was then called Upper Canada, in 1837 via Detroit. Elijah McCoy had 11 siblings. At age 15 in 1859, Elijah was sent to Scotland. While there, he was apprenticed, and after studying at the University of Edinburgh, certified as a mechanical engineer. McCoy's family moved to Michigan in the United States in 1859. By the time Elijah returned, his family had established themselves on the farm of John and Mary Ann Starkweather. George used his skills as a tobacconist in order to establish a tobacco and cigar business. When Elijah McCoy arrived in Michigan, he could find work only as a fireman and oiler at the Michigan Central Railroad. In a home-based machine shop, McCoy also did more highly skilled work, such as developing improvements and inventions. He invented an automatic lubricator for oiling the steam engines of locomotives and ships, patenting it in 1872 as improvement in lubricators for steam engines. Similar automatic oilers had been patented by him previously. One is the displacement lubricator, which had already attained widespread use and whose technological descendants continued to be widely used into the 20th century. Lubricators were a boon for railroads, as they enabled trains to run faster and more profitably with less need to stop for lubrication and maintenance. By 1899, the Michigan Bureau of Labor and Industrial Statistics reported that the McCoy lubricator was in use on almost all North American railroads. McCoy continued to refine his devices and design new ones, and was noted in periodicals of the time, including the Railroad Gazette. Most of his patents dealt with lubricating systems, including a further patent in 1898, which added a glass sight feed tube to monitor the rate of lubricant delivery. After the turn of the century, he attracted notice among his Black contemporaries. Booker T. Washington, in Story of the Negro, recognized him as having produced more patents than any other Black inventor up to that time. This creativity gave McCoy an honor status in the Black community that has persisted to this day. He continued to invent until late in his life, obtaining as many as 57 patents, most related to lubrication, but others also included a folding ironing board and a lawn sprinkler. Lacking the capital with which to manufacture his lubricators in large numbers, he usually assigned his patent rights to his employers or sold them to inventors. In 1920, Near the end of his career, he formed the Elijah McCoy Manufacturing Company. The real McCoy, this popular expression, typically meaning the real thing, has been attributed to Elijah McCoy's oil drip cup invention. One theory is that railroad engineers looking to avoid inferior copies were requested by name and inquiry if a locomotive was fitted with the real McCoy system. This theory is mentioned in Elijah's biography at the National Inventors Hall of Fame. He married for the second time in 1873 to Mary Eleanor Delaney. The couple moved to Detroit when McCoy found work there. Mary McCoy died in 1923, helped found the Phyllis Wheatley Home for Aged Colored Men in 1898. Elijah McCoy died in the infirmary in Neckin Township, now in Westland, Michigan, on October 10th, 1929, at the age of 85, as a result of injuries suffered in a car accident 7 years earlier, in which his wife Mary died. He is buried in Detroit Memorial Park, East in Warren, Michigan.